Welcome, folks, to the next episode of Starfleet Simplified, Season 3. I'm Michael Shockman, I'll be your host and commentator, and in today's episode we will be covering the exploratory light cruiser that was flung via cosmic forces all the way into the Delta Quadrant. Today we will be covering the Intrepid class light explorer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we know the Intrepid class. It was made famous in the show Voyager, Star Trek Voyager. It's a tough little ship. Um, there's I couldn't find a ton of information about it, and unfortunately, at least not behind a paywall. And suffice to say that it was developed as a attempt to make from what I understand, it was developed as an attempt to make a long range exploratory cruiser um, that was mainly meant not so much for combat, but for it had enough armament to defend itself, but it also had tons of advanced sensor suites, and it was a test bed for the new gel pack computer system, which was being tested at the time. Um, the isolinear gel pack computer system, as opposed to the main computer core that was in one section. It was supposed to basically make the entire ship kind of a living organism, as it were. Um, as for its specifications, it is categorized as a light explorer. It is produced on, or was produced on, the ASDB integration facility Utopia Planitia Fleet Yards, Mars. It has a length of 345 meters, a beam of 132 meters, and a height of 64 meters, meaning it's about probably a fifth the size of a Galaxy class. It's got a mass of 700,000 metric tons. That's about 1.4 million pounds. It can accommodate up to 150 officers and crew, and has a personnel evacuation limit of 500 personnel. Its power plant is a 1500 plus Cochrane warp core feeding 2 nacelles and 2 impulse systems. It can maintain a warp of 9.975 for up to 12 hours, which is quite interesting. And it has an armament of, get this, and this is interesting, 14 Type 10 phaser emitters and 5 torpedo launchers. Now keep in mind, when it was originally launched, not all of these weapon systems were used directly for combat, quote unquote. Some of them were used for some of the photon torpedo launchers were used initially for sending out probes and sending out other things of that nature, like doing research studies. Some of the phaser emitters were probably, I think, were used to be able to do other various things and aspects of stuff. As for my personal feelings on the Intrepid class light explorer, ladies and gentlemen, I grew up watching Voyager. I don't remember a lot about it. As an adult, I've kind of grown more of a fan, going to be more of a fan of Deep Space Nine, and other shows like that. But after looking at this, I have to say, this is a tiny little ship, but good lord, it can punch well above its weight class. Like, seriously, 14 Type 10 phaser emitters and 5 torpedo launchers? Holy crap. Like, I mean, it's no Akira class, but still, it's pretty damn strong. It's a strongly little boy. Yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to about do it for today's episode. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to comment down below telling me what your opinion and your thoughts on the Intrepid class, the Voyager class light cruiser are. Do you think it got flung and got back on its own accord, or do you think it had a little bit too much help from the Borg? Let me know down below. I'm Michael Shockman, folks. I've been your host and commentator. Stay tuned for the outro to find out how you can best support my work. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, bye-bye for now. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Secondly, If stream bucks are plentiful, please consider supporting the channel either by subscribing on Twitch, pledging on Patreon, or by grabbing some merch over at the Shock Shop. The links to all of these will be in the About section and in the description down below. Again, thank you to all of our supporters for all of the likes, shares, and views. I really appreciate it, and without all of you, our work here would not be possible. I'm Michael Shockman, folks. I've been your host and commentator. And remember, keep it real, keep it safe, keep it healthy, and we will see you guys all again soon in the next one. Peace off, everybody.